Moving on to building block number 3, this is reserves, okay? So in the first building block, we talked about cash flow. Income must be greater than expenses plus reserves. This is where you're going to really strengthen your financial house and protect it from unexpected things happening, okay? And there's a very important reason that we call this a reserve account rather than emergency fund, okay? Why? Because if you're saving for an emergency fund, guess what you're gonna have more of? Emergencies, right? But if you're saving for reserves, you're gonna build reserves, right? You're focusing on building reserves. Yes, this is for unexpected emergencies, but this is so important to have, and it really is important, the mindset that you have towards it. Because if you're thinking about saving for emergencies and you're scared about having emergencies, you're gonna have more emergencies. But if you're thinking, hey, I'm building reserves, I'm strengthening my financial house, you're not gonna have as many emergencies. And even when unexpected things come up, it's not an emergency because you can handle it because you have reserves. So if you don't have any reserves right now, here are 3 steps to get started right now, okay? So number 1 is open a bank account that's completely separate from any of your other money. Number 2, you're going to decide an amount or a percent that you're gonna put in that account every single time money comes to you. It does not matter the amount. The goal here is to develop the habit, because you develop the habit, it's almost like a bill. As soon as money comes in, you automatically put some aside. And you're gonna develop the habit, it's gonna grow. When I first started this, I started putting $1 aside every time that money came in. Then I started doing 1%. And then I started increasing it. Okay, so you're gonna see that grow. It's gonna become a habit. You're gonna strengthen your financial house. Number 3 is your first goal, if you have no reserves, is to get that account up to $1,000, because that's gonna cover like most little emergencies, right? Then after you get it to 1,000, you wanna get 1 month of expenses, then 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, on and on. Why do you wanna keep building it up? Well, we just had a huge worldwide pandemic that nobody was expecting. A lot of people were out of work. Some people still are. And guess what? The people who had reserves, they survived financially. The people who didn't have reserves were devastated financially. So this is the difference between surviving and thriving in your financial house or destroying your financial house. Okay, so it's very, very, very important.